What's up, chat? Today we're going to take off the stock clip-ons and we're going to throw on some Helibars. I like those because they're wider, they're taller, they lean back, a little bit more comfortable riding position. With it being wider, you have like less input on the steering when you're going to turns and stuff. So we'll swap those out really quick and follow along. So we're going to swap these bars out with Helibars. I'm a big fan of Helibars. Proof. This drawer. 1, 2, 3. Other bikes I've used them on. Had them on my S1000, loved them on there, even on the track. So let me grab a knife, we'll open this up and we'll hop right in. All right, so here's what we got. Little package in here. The bar themselves. So these bars are, excuse me, these bars are 2 inches taller than the factory, so they sit 2 inches higher. I believe it's 1.5 inches closer to you, so it'll be 2 inches higher, 1.5 inches closer, and they're 1.5 inches longer bar. 2 inches taller, 1 inch rearward, 1.5 inch wider. So you have less input on your bar because it's longer. Obviously, you got more, whatever it's called. Anyhow, what we got to do is pretty sure we got to take the whole top of the triple tree off. So we got to pop this loose. I believe that's a 36 millimeter. Pop the 2 ends loose on the top of the triple tree, pull that off, and then we'll be able to pull the actual clip-ons off. And then we just got to swap over all the controls. I'm going to kind of just do this and probably skip ahead for each step so that you don't get a lot of me just walking back and forth. Like so. Need a 36 mil. That is my 36. .36 mil fits the center nut on the triple tree. There. Easy enough. I'm going to leave that on just loose. And then I'm going to go ahead and take loose the left clip on and pinch bolt here, and then the right clip on and pinch bolt over there. Now I gotta figure out how to get this thing off. The instructions say it's easiest to put it on the side stand, put it in first gear, put your shin against the front tire, push back a little bit so it's got a little backwards pressure and things should pop off. Can't do that because I don't have a side stand, so I can't put it on the side stand. I could probably put it in first gear and put a little pressure on it, but it's coming off like this, just back and forth, a little wiggling here and there. Take the nut and the washer. Don't lose those. I'm gonna put them somewhere where I definitely will lose them. Don't let me forget those. So back and forth, back and forth. They're coming off, they're coming off. There we go. Top of the triple tree is out. The ignition, instead of having to pull it, took the bolts out of the bottom. So now I don't have to like pull the whole thing off with the top of the triple tree. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but it seemed like it was good enough for me. All right. Now, lift. Pull this one off. Let's pull this grip off. Set that to the side. I'm not very big on instructions here, but the back side of this has an indentation in it. it's not threaded, so it's not screwed up into there. So I'm just going to pop these two Phillips head screws out, see if there's a little guide pin in there to holding it in place. So grab a Phillips head real quick and we'll see what that does. Yep, right there. It's a little guide pin. So that is what pops into that hole and aligns it. We'll just set that to the side, set this bolt back here. I need to take that off. It looks like maybe an 8mm. Let's see, 8 and a small one. Watch me wrong. Oop, look at that. And of course, it's going to hang up on that old grease they used to put the grip on. All right. We will throw the left-hand side, which is this one. It says L right here. The other one says R for right. Loosen it a bit. Slide that on. Put that hole in that pin, same as it was factory. Now I just got to get it all to line up. Probably don't have to take those bolts all the way out. You probably can just take them loose enough to where the pin disengages. And then you can just leave the two screws in there, and that will keep you from having to reline everything up. But I mean, it's not hard either way, so up to you. These are way easier to change out than the ones on the S1000. So much less electronics and things on the bars to deal with. All right. So slide that one back over. All right, we're on this side. Let's see. If I can get it to slide off the top if we've got enough slack. I think I do. Oh, it's tight. Okay. You probably would want to, you can see down inside here where my fingers are here. There's a metal clip right there. You probably want to pop this hose out of that clip, and that would allow you to pull it up and get some more slack so you can take it off the top. Yeah, so we're just learning as we go on this one. I skimmed over the instructions, read 3 lines, and then I just started working on it. So we're learning together. Now for this one, I believe it's the same. I believe we just take the 2 Phillips head screws loose and it should pop off. Like the whole throttle tube and everything should come off with it, I believe. Aha, look at that. Yeah, so you don't have to take the bolts all the way out. Just loosen them enough where the pin would disengage and just slide it out like that. It's way easier. You won't have to worry about trying to line everything up to get it back in there. Now let's slide this one through. Lift it all apart. Slide it through. Find where the hole to the pin right here. We know the pin is centered. So Now we just got, there it is. It clicked into place. That reservoir is really getting in my way. I'm going to leave that loose where I can adjust it once I get everything put back on here the way it needs to be. So now we're going to pull my ignition back out. That wasn't the plan, but it fell down in there. Okay, you see that one's loose also. I like to leave those loose on any of them I do. I kind of like snug them up where they'll hold, but I can still move them. And then I can sit on the bike and like put my hands on the bars and feel where it's most comfortable for me to grab. So that's how I normally do that. Even when I get a brand new one or with stock bars or anything, I'll go ahead and loosen those up within my first ride or two and adjust them to where they're more comfortable for me to grab. It's kind of just like a safety thing. They're probably from the factory, these bikes, like all bikes, you know, are meant to, they're not set up for one specific person. They're set up for, you know, people that might be like 5'1" riding a bike, but they also got to accommodate the people that are like 6'2", 6'3" riding the bike. So it's got a huge range. So anytime you get a new bike, you kind of need to adjust things to where they fit you best. I believe that's all the way down. I'm gonna grab a rubber hammer and just tap on it. Just to make sure. Yeah. Now the nut that I told you guys not to let me forget, right here. Slide that back on. 16 foot-pounds on these two. 65 foot-pounds on this one. We're going to pull this up. Put my ignition back in. I'm just going to let my ignition hang. I'll put the bolts back in it afterwards. So this has a pin on it. I'll show you on the factory one. This pin, this one will be on that side. But there is a hole in the triple tree back there, and the little pin will go up into the hole, and that's what locates it. So you don't have to sit here and figure out where you want them that way. Okay, so that is all there is to it. Need to adjust, you know, like where you would want your handles. And that is it. Like when I'm riding and then I'm going off, you know, like that. I just feel like I have more control over the bike, especially with the wider handlebars and with them being raised up a little higher. I don't know, some people might like them further down, but when I have them up, I feel like I can get more off the bike and like still control. So that's what it is. But those are in. I just need to put the 2 bolts back into my ignition from my underside to hold it right here where it goes, obviously. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Not a whole lot. Let me know what you think of this POV view. You're also in 0.5 so that you're not like right up close on my hands. So that might distort it a little bit. But I figured I would try something different. This week I think I'm gonna start sanding. I'm waiting on the other parts to come in, obviously, that I was talking about. So I think this week I'm gonna start sanding on the bodywork and like drawing out how I want all my colors to be. Because I'm not gonna just do like one solid color. I'm not sure what exactly I'm gonna do to it. Maybe like a purple and white with teal or something like that. And so I think I'm just gonna sand it all down, maybe primer it, and start drawing stuff because I'm just waiting on parts to come in, so I can't really do anything. But y'all have a good day. Peace out. We'll see you next time.